45 has kids, works full time. Or men age 40 to 65, owns a restaurant, has multiple gym memberships, but no time to go. And of course, our products and services can certainly help people in those demographics. But guess what? Your niche is actually not a demographic. In fact, it's actually not a person at all. Your niche is a situation. It is a situation that you've been through or are currently going through, and you know other people are stuck in that same situation too. When you create content for someone in a situation, it's never going to sound salesy or like a commercial. It's going to sound personal, and they're going to feel really thankful that your post came onto their news feed. Now, once you've identified your situational niche, next is really taking that to a level of starting to brand your content for that situation. And you get to decide what that looks like. But a lot of times when, let's say, you discover the situation that you really want to talk about, we all have a moment where we put our foot down and decided to change our lives and turn on. All of us have that story. That's a situation. We all have a situation going on in our heads where we're like, I got to get my hands on greens. Think about that situation. That's what you run with. That's how you build content, okay? Now, what happens is a lot of times when you're putting content out there, right, the branding is a little bit off. And what I'm about to share comes from Building Your Story Brand by Donald Miller. It's a great sales and marketing book, but we're going to keep it really simple for those of us here in this room. If your posts aren't quite landing, and people aren't commenting, and you're not getting a lot of views, it's likely because you're making yourself the hero of your story that you're sharing. And your posts feel too, look at me, look at my products, look at what I could do, join my team, and people can't see themselves in your story. When you flip the script a little bit, and you become the guide, and you make your reader feel like the hero of the story, that's when things start to click. Because the goal is to make the people in the situation that you're talking about feel seen and validated and understood. Because when people feel that way, then they stick around. And when they stick around, trust is built. And when trust is built, that's when conversations and conversions happen. So every piece of content that you create should answer, who is this for? What situation are they stuck in? And what is the next simple step that they could take to start getting a result? So you're still telling your story, but you're phrasing it a little bit differently so your reader feels like, this is for me. She's talking to me, and she's trying to tell me that there's a solution out there for me and my situation. So we're going to take branding one step further and talk about how you can make sure your posts are SEO optimized. And that might sound advanced, but stick with me because this is really exciting, cool stuff. SEO stands for search engine optimization. Facebook and Instagram are in fact search engines, and the algorithm is out there trying to figure out who to put your posts in front of. So if you want to get more reach besides the same handful of people that like your posts every single time, in fact, you'd like to get some people who you're not even connected to, then you need to make sure your posts are SEO optimized. And this is just a fancy way of saying you're using keywords and phrases that people in your situational niche are typing into search bars, into ChatGPT, into Google, right? Trying to figure out, how can I get a result? I'm stuck in a situation. I need to fix XYZ. I'm tired of feeling XYZ. So I'm going to give you an example. If I were trying to create a post around for her, and I put out there on social media something like, oh my gosh, ladies, I've been taking this For Her supplement for 4 months now. It has been incredible. All the symptoms that I was struggling with have vanished. You need to get your hands on this supplement as quickly as possible. Message me and I'll send you the link. There's nothing in that post that people are searching for, right? Because people who don't know about For Her don't know to search for Her. So if instead you said something like, listen friends, I've been waking up at 2 a.m. every single night and not able to go back to sleep for 2 hours. And now I'm walking around all day feeling like a zombie, and I'm stressed, and I'm snippy, and I don't like who I'm becoming. Turns out, perimenopause insomnia is really common, and having sleep issues in your 40s is really highly connected to cortisol, stress, hormone imbalance. So if you're someone who's been struggling with these same things, keep reading, because I have something you're going to want to get your hands on. Now that post is SEO optimized. It has perimenopause insomnia, cortisol, sleep issues over 40, waking up at 2 a.m., all these different things that people are searching for. Make sense? When you are creating content this way, you become discoverable. And you want to be as discoverable as possible on social media to make the biggest impact that you can possibly make. So you've got your situational niche, right? You are the guide in your posts. Your reader is the hero, and you know how to make sure that your posts are discoverable through SEO, search engine optimization. And you're probably thinking, awesome, Nicolette, love that for you, but do you know I'm busy? And you just gave me so many steps to creating posts, and who's got that kind of time? Well, this is where ChatGPT comes into play. Not because it's going to steal your voice or steal your genius or anything like that. ChatGPT is an incredible tool to get everything going on up here out into social media as quickly as possible and done really, really well. But you have to make sure that you are so clear with ChatGPT and the information that you're feeding it in order for it to create your posts and your content that you can feel good posting and sharing, that actually sound like you. ChatGPT is a conversation partner, not a mind reader. And usually when I find myself getting the most annoyed with my ChatGPT, it's because I'm thinking, you should know this, but it's not reading my mind. And I need to get in there and give it more specifics. So on the first of every single month, I start a new conversation with my ChatGPT, and I'll title it April Content. And I go in and I reintroduce myself. I talk to it about the situation that I want to hone in on for the month. I tell about any sales, new supplements, things I've got going on in my real life. So it creates content in real time with what I'm actually doing and experiencing. And then I say, reiterate everything back to me so I can make sure we're on the same page before we start creating content together this month. Treat it like a real life personal assistant who's trying their best to please you. So once you have that done, I'm going to give you a framework. I totally forgot I had a clicker. Here we go. I'm going to give you a framework. Okay, this is not on slides, so get ready to take notes. There's a 5-part framework that you can use in order to create content with ChatGPT once you've gone through that reintroduction process, okay? Part 1 of the framework is describe the situation in real life terms, not demographics, okay? Part 2 is describe the internal struggles. This is where you're using those keywords and phrases that make your posts discoverable. Okay, the pain points, the emotions, the things that people are searching in the situation or situations that you are talking about. Number 3, tell Chat that you want to be positioned as the guide, and you want your reader to feel like the hero of the story. You want them to feel seen and validated and understood, empowered, encouraged. Part 4, give it the solution that you're talking about for the month. Maybe it's the business opportunity. Maybe it's greens. Maybe it's daily health system. Maybe you're trying to direct people to an ATM group and it's not necessarily a product. Give it that detail. And then lastly, part 5 is your tone. Describe to Chat how you talk, right? Are you more funny and sarcastic? Are you more faith-based? Are you sciencey and like to geek out on things? Are you more professional? Give it these details. If you have words that you use that are uncommon, tell it to incorporate these phrases that you like to use all the time. And then give it a call to action, because every post should include some way that people know how to message you, whether it's drop an emoji for more information or, message me, my inbox is always open. So ChatGPT, the important thing to understand is after following that framework, right, you're gonna get a prompt that sounds something like, help me create a post for a woman in her 40s whose exercise and nutrition routine has stopped working. She's gaining weight, she is feeling insecure, her energy is going down, and she's tired of feeling tired, she's super lost. I want to talk about the daily health system, and I want you to position me as the guide. I want her to feel like the hero of the story and to feel seen and validated, okay? Make this post sound like two millennial moms talking to each other at a Starbucks, really casual, really relatable, and leave a call to action at the end that she can message me anytime because my inbox is always open. And from there, it's going to create content for you. Now listen, if it gives you something that you're like, I hate it, Nicolette, this framework, I don't know. No, you've got to continue correcting and working with ChatGPT until it gives you what you want. And it's going to learn and adjust and get better every single time, right? You give it information, it responds, you react, it adjusts. And sometimes you have to go through that process multiple times, but it's gonna learn and improve every single time. And this is what makes all of this that we've talked about actually sustainable, even if you're busy. So we're gonna go through some examples, and I hope that this all comes together and clicks beautifully for you so you can see, right? So Mojo is our product. The situation is people are tired of feeling tired. Coffee isn't doing the trick anymore. In fact, it's making them feel a little agitated and temperamental. And now that they're extra stressed with spiked cortisol, they're feeling their pants getting tighter and they don't like it, right? So a Mojo post like this, you see the Mojo, you see the coffee mug. I'm so in love with this coffee, it's not even funny. The health benefits are amazing. Drop a coffee emoji for my link. I will never say a post is a bad post because any post is better than no post. However, this post, as you can see, is very sales. It's an about me post. Look at me, look at what I'm doing. Most people are just gonna scroll right past because they don't care about a coffee mug, and they don't care to purchase something that they don't know much about. In the second example, we've upgraded the photo, right? Now you've got a selfie. Selfies are great because people will stop their scroll way more often when they see your face versus when they see products on a counter. Now, the post looks amazing, right? Mojo is a daily drink designed to support clean, sustained energy, sharper focus, mental clarity, improved mood and stress response. And we go on to share amazing facts about Mojo. And those of us who love Mojo, we're probably like, heck yeah, let me take a picture, I'm gonna steal this. It's so good, I love it. But that's because we're Mojo lovers. What is missing from this?